Greetings from the studios of NTV in the artistic heart of downtown Niagara Falls. I'm Ron Prickett. I'm a member of the Canadian Authors Association, the League of Canadian Poets. So I'm a writer, poet, and also a publisher. Beside me is Monty Banks, and she was a second prize winner in a fiction contest that was sponsored by Jenny Haywood and the Niagara Gallery. Hello, Monty. I was one of the judges of the contest, so it's really nice to meet you again. And I'd like to learn a few things about you before we talk about your story.
Okay.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old, but I will be 12 in February.
Me too. Piscean. Where do you live?
I live on Willinger Street.
In the Falls
Niagara
here?
Falls, yes.
Yep. Brothers, sisters?
I have two half-sisters, a stepsister, and a stepbrother. So.
That's a mouthful.
Big family.
Yeah, big family. Yep. What school do you go to?
Mary Ward.
And who's your teacher there?
I have the funnest teacher in the whole world, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Yeah, he makes everything so much fun.
So, how does he do that in school?
Well, when we were learning about maple syrup, we went in a time machine and we went back in time and delivered maple syrup to everyone. That's how it all began.
Come on.
It's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
So are all the subjects like that?
Yeah.
This is grade 6.
But we learned so much from it.
Wow, does he do creative stuff?
Yeah.
Like the arts, like painting? Or...
He's actually a really, really good artist.
Well, it's good. So it's encouraged you. That's great.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing at school?
I like drama.
Drama's number 1.
Yeah, and then art and gym.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice and great for a writer. Oh, yeah, I've got to fit that in. How long have you been writing stories?
I've been writing stories for quite a while, but the stories I wrote when I started really aren't that good.
You know, every writer thinks that. Oh, that's kind of cute, but how did you hear about this writing contest?
Well, it was during this, before the summer, and I found out about it in, the paper, and my mom said, oh, this sounds like a really good idea, and I agreed, so I just started writing.
So did you have the story, or did you actually write this?
No, I didn't have it yet. I had to think of ideas and stuff.
Okay, so where do the ideas come from?
Well, my pets, I have a lot of them, and they're really crazy, and they're always doing fun things. So,
yeah, I noticed that in this one.
Yeah.
Because there was an interesting scene where the grandmother left the house, and then the girl, she left.
Yeah.
And then the pets started interacting with each other. They were talking to each other. It was one of the charms. It really stood out for me. And there was no... It was interesting because, immediately they just started talking.
The pets all seemed to get
along.
along.
They were all... Yeah, it was really a lot of fun. So why don't we talk about Mischief in the Egg?
Okay.
This, you wrote specifically for the contest. Did the pictures come first in your mind? How did this story sit in your head? Did the whole thing come to you?
Well, it said in the paper that they found the egg in the garden, and I sort of placed this before it all happened. That's what was in my mind.
And this was based on Jenny's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dinosaur thing.
Her story is very good.
Yeah, I read that too. So did the entire story come, or did you just sit down and start writing?
I had to kind of brainstorm a couple ideas first.
Right.
But I'd get different ideas, and then I'd find a way to place them together. But if that didn't work, I'd try something else.
Right. So you didn't really know where it was going to end up.
No.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
On the edge. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the pictures. So they came after you wrote the story?
Yeah.
Or were you thinking of them as you were going along?
Yeah, I sort of pictured parts of as I was drawing, I pictured parts of them.
So then you've got the image in your head, you're presenting it in words, and then they all gelled. So then you did the pictures afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, that's cool. Where are we here? I think it's interesting for young writers especially to present it as, like, this was a contest for illustrated stories. And I think maybe you'll agree, I don't know, but the fact that you have to be very centered on the images, because you have to present them, then it helps the story, because you have to describe this thing in words and show it to the readers or whoever. In this case, it was a couple of judges.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a marvelous idea. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Mischief in the Egg? What is it about?
Well, it's about Mischief and her owner May, who go out into the park when they're playing fetch. Instead of bringing back the ball, Mischief brings back this egg. And May, of course, because she's little, she doesn't know what it is. She goes to her grandmother, and apparently it's like a protoceratops egg. And they take it home, and while May has to go out to a party, the pets try to hide it.
Yeah.
But apparently it doesn't work so well. But May ends up taking it to an archaeologist, only it falls out of her bike basket as she's riding there. So
And
that's how it ends up in the garden.
That's how it ended up, yeah. You know, I was wondering about that, because it was so abrupt an ending, and I really wanted to know more. But, like, I didn't know the connections. Like, we got these stories, I didn't know where they came from. But that's really cool. So then it ends up in the garden, and then I guess Jenny's story takes off from there. Is that what happened?
I kind of thought of that.
You did the
around
prequel.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that... do you think you'll continue writing?
I hope to. There's a lot of different ideas I have, like for mysteries, adventure stories,
Right.
like horror stories, yeah.
And you get encouragement from home and school?
Yeah.
How about friends?
I have a lot of friends, and in school, since Mr. T's my teacher, a lot of things happen, and they're all so crazy and different that sometimes that inspires me.
Yeah, yeah, it would. That's great. But now that you're a famous, award-winning writer, we have to ask some key questions. What food do you like best?
I like some fruit, like watermelon.
Fruit?
Yeah, I like watermelon.
Out of all the food, you're going to pick fruit?
I love watermelon.
Okay.
That's like so good.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of music do you listen to?
I don't know, like it's my age music. Like
your age music?
Miley Cyrus
Punk?
and like Taylor Swift and stuff like that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Monty. You've been a pleasure, and it's really nice to see you again. And I hope you keep writing. I hope. Yeah, and at least drama.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care which one. But we'll see you again.
Okay.
And I'd like to thank everybody for listening to us here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure. Thanks.